Hello. There we go. Just a little late. Well, not really late. I guess it's more like just been sitting on the starting screen for a little bit longer than usual. I was doing something and I literally didn't wake up from my nap until like 45-ish minutes ago. So I also still needed to eat. But I've gotten my water. I am nice and comfy. And I did what I needed to do beforehand. So we all Gucci. But hi, Willow. Hi, Alex. How are you two? And did I make my Twitter post? I didn't forget this time. Hehehe. I'm excited that you're on. Ah, thank you. Well, I'm excited that now that you're here. Let's see. I hope everybody had a great weekend. What did you guys do? Do this, play. Oh, wait. There we go. Got to get the sounds coming through the right headset. Join. It's raining. It's pouring. The odd man is snoring. He went to bed with a cold in his head and couldn't wake up till the morning. Oh. Broke my leg trying to get out of bed, but it's fine. Some people do that on a daily basis. Podcast things recorded this week episode and in the planning stages for the next few weeks. Also helping my old student union with bureaucracy. Nonsense? Wah? What's going on there? Nothing too crazy, hopefully. But how was the result of the guest star podcast? Was it good? I hope it was good. I hope the results were good. Oh, we had a whole bunch of listeners. We need to go this way. We'll be chopping down a lot of trees. Did we ever go all the way down? I know I made a marker for how far down we need to go, but I don't know if I think I ran out of andesite before I got there. Did I? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, wait. Yeah, I did. I did run out of andesite, how far we kind of need to go. Yeah, they've been in a weird no man land since at least 2016. When I was president, I was trying to fix it, but COVID got in the way, so it went nowhere. Now I'm in touch with the current executive to retry, and I'm sending them the paperwork they need to prove their argument. The letters are from 2006? Aw, look at Alex being so kind. Trying to help out even though you don't even go there no more. Or a part of it, I'm assuming, anymore. But that's crazy. Okay, well. Whoop. Hold up, what is this? Message request. Click on this. Let me do my usual. Nope, it's from nope. Actually, wait a minute. Can I look at their profile? Oh, yep. Ignore. A bot. Oh, I love seeing that usual Discord graphic designer bots in full swing. Also, on another note, the Discord scam thing is still a thing. Don't click on links from people you. Well, actually, just don't click on links from other people. Unless you're 100%, 1,000% for sure that's them. Don't be falling for this. Oh, well, I'm trying to help out a friend who's now making video games. Can you try out their games? Those are 99% of the time are freaking bots and there's scams. Don't do it, okay? Just have to say that because I know recently somebody was hacked in my Discord, but I have kicked out that account. So if you got any messages from anybody in the Discord that you don't usually talk to, do not click on any links from them. Anyways, my project 2, since it was initially attempted back in 2019, 2020, so I feel like I carry some responsibility to help see it through if I can. The student union was founded during the First World War, so it was an old organization. Yeah, but you don't go there no more. But that's still such a kind thing to do, to still want to help it out. Or help them out. But on that note, let's go and join the VC with, oh my gosh, everybody's here. That's a first. That's not usually the case.
Yeah.
Those chickens.
Yep. Hello.
Who's got chickens?
You got chickens.
I feel bad now because I had to get an oil change and that was it. That was the easiest thing ever. But
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to me. I'm an
I
alumni.
thought it was the front. And they're
You
like,
and
oh,
I
no.
think
The
about
fronts are
it.
bad, but the rear.
I know my school recently was all like, "Oh, you're an
Don't go to the fronts
alumni.
right now, but come back very
Don't
soon.
you want to be a
And
mentor
we
for
recommend
current
that
students?"
you
I'm like,
get
"No."
these done like right now. And I was like, and they're like, and it's also.
Oh, don't you want to donate money to the school? Oh no, I have freaking forgotten that I already had to pay so much money to go to the school. Oh no, the shredder kindly is hungry today and ate the freaking. No, I'm not paying
I
money.
turned my truck on. I think it was last week. Last week.
The truck that saved us during the blizzard.
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah. So
hashtag
2 weeks ago at this point, turned it on to go for a ride. A bunch of codes shot up on my dash, lights flashing, all sorts of bad things happen. So call in to make an appointment to take it in.
The podcast episode has
They
been
tell me
doing
they don't
well,
have an
and I
open spot
really
until
like
the
way
next
it
week.
turned out.
So
Hey, are you gonna do
1
more
week
in the
later, which was
future
last
now
week,
that you're
I
very
take it
happy
into
with
the
how
shop.
the first one turned out?
Only to receive a call about halfway through the day telling me that I had squirrels that nested in my engine bay, and they chewed through all of the wires in my wiring harness.
Oh my god!
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they were still in the engine bay when I took them to the shop. So they were there. They rode the whole way to the shop in my engine bay, just chilling. So I hate squirrels now because it was a $10,500 charge to do all of that. So
$10,000.
$10,000.
You didn't have squirrel insurance?
Oh no, I just took it off because it was the winter.
That's an everyday thing, have squirrel insurance.
Well, I'm about to have a pellet gun, and every time I see a damn squirrel, I'm gonna shoot it.
No.
Because them damn things just cost me $10,000.
Is this like with insurance or?
No, I had to make a claim with my insurance, which I have never had to do with my vehicle up till this point. So I'm very upset that I had to make a claim over some stupid squirrels.
I'll be a mentor probably. I went
they
to
weren't even secret
temple.
squirrels.
I went. to the
I bet they
orientation
opened
event
up
for the
the engine
current
and
students
like
back in
freaking
August
Chippendale was
and
like,
taught them about the student
just
union,
started
even
running
though
around. People started
No,
screaming.
they didn't want to get out. They stayed in there. They had to get
More
an air hose and start blowing them out.
possibly.
They're like,
Could
we're trying to
have
save our food for
specific
winter. Leave us
purposes?
alone.
Dude,
Specific
I was so mad.
purposes? What do you mean by
was sick.
specific purposes?
That is crazy.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
for all you squirrels out there, it's on site, son. It's on site.
Wow, imagine having beef with squirrels in 2024.
Dude, who would have thought? Thought we had gotten past this point. We're better than the squirrels.
Are they though?
I mean, I like squirrels. I was like, I mean, they're cute. I did. I don't like them anymore. Little bastards.
That's what they liked with the
Yeah.
it's
Very much past tense.
Oh man. Well, glad you got your car back. Truck
Me
back.
too. I missed it.
Ooh, so much. Let's grab a whole bunch of this.
Kiki, how are you?
Kiki,
Signature!
you survived your snowstorm.
Yes, I did. But I'm doing good. Now I'm flooding and I need a boat.
Oh man, all the snow melted.
Well, no, for the next... Hold on, let me look at the weather real quickly, see if it's updated.
Oh yeah, it's gonna rain for the next couple of days here as well.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain until Sunday.
Yay.
So now I need a boat because we're gonna flood, basically.
Dang.
Yeah, so from hunkering down to now needing Noah's Ark, I'm...
You're going through all the feelings.
Yes, I am. Other than that, I'm doing pretty good.
Well, if I had a boat, I'd help you.
Hey. Oh, if I become stranded, I'll send out an SOS.
How do smoke signals work in water?
I'll put out the bat symbol.
That works.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely know what it means because other people will be like, "Is that Batman?" We're like, "Kiki needs help."
Let's see.
Oh, man.
Everybody grab a boat and some swimming shorts. Going in.
I have to have a reason to do a collab, like a specific topic in history, because it's Eurovision history. The episode
It
has
is
to
good
do
to have
has
This
to be
pink
about
and purple house looks
the-
very interesting.
history of something and
Yes, I have no idea what I'm
context.
doing with it, but I'm sticking
So
with
my
it.
collab with an outer space podcast
I
was
like
a
the red
history
windows.
of outer space reference in the context.
Thank you. I think I stole them.
And discussing Eurovision on the
I
moon.
did not make that
That is
glass.
a specific theme and
Signature. Did
purpose.
you break my prototype?
Whoa, so you have
Prototype,
been like,
no? Wait, what? Huh?
you're like very,
touched anything.
very
You
specific
can't prove it.
about
I wasn't there.
On how
what
they need to
prototype?
be.
The prototype for the bridge build that we're gonna make once these tunnels are done.
No, I didn't touch anything. I promise.
I'm gonna have to go check.
I touched nothing. Except for the tree grower bamboo thing.
You had an
Oh.
actual scientific conversation about
touched nothing else.
having Eurovision on the moon.
I was like, what is that clicking sound?
Is that
Oh,
what
I just
the-
unloaded some stuff? Okay.
What? You know, that would be very
I
interesting.
need kelp.
If we get to that point of actually, you know,
Turn this
doing stuff on
into
the
source
moon.
blocks.
Okay, so where's my stone cutters?
Juan,
I'll
did we
fit in
have
mine.
trouble with the? Did it like only go halfway up and then we had to like swim down or something?
Yeah, I
this.
think there was like something. I think we had to play around with it for a little while to like finally get it to work.
Because I need to cut these into slabs.
I don't remember exactly what, but
Yeah, I got
Put that
This-
there. And then grab these stones right here. And put this stone up in here. Just doing a little bit of organizing so I know where the fudge things are real quickly.
Once I, excuse me, get the elevators done,
This and that and
I'm gonna start setting
that
up
and
assignments.
that. And
Once
Yep,
we
okay, there we
stream,
go.
I'm gonna hand out assignments. They'll be really quick,
um
and then y'all can do one assignment for the big project, and then y'all can go to the other.
not this, not that. That's wrong.
Because
Okay,
if
there we
it's-
go. This is
if
the
I
one.
try to do
Almost.
this on my
Oh, that
own,
would have been
we won't
horrible.
get it done till
Actually, it wouldn't be
next
too
week.
bad. I would have just had to stack both of them,
question.
but still.
Can all of my assignments be explosion based?
Once
Mm,
we get to the ocean,
there are
possibly.
Japanese researchers that have developed a cone-shaped building that can simulate Earth's
Because-
gravity on the moon.
because
The oxygen would
need
be
to get rid
by
of- like,
moss
where
and
the-
lichen
where
on the
tower, where the
walls.
spire
Yeah,
is
the
actually
main
gonna be
episode
is in
has
the middle of the
an
ocean.
hour of that
and it's gonna
conversation
go
in
to
it, and there's a
bedrock.
bonus
So,
episode with a full hour
a
and
lot of
20
land that
minute
needs to be
conversation. The main episode looks
Sounds
at
like
the
a lot of
one
land.
Eurovision entry per decades from 1950
Why am
to
I taking the stairs
2020.
when there's a water elevator?
What?
It's perfectly
Okay, so then would it be? Hold up. So
Because you don't like whipped
Eurovision
cream.
in
That's what happens when
general,
you don't like whipped cream.
Oh my
does it have like a live audience?
Can't let that go.
Let's see. Son, this, that, this, that.
Ah!
Gigi,
Yes,
you got any AITA questions?
I do. I have restocked on a whole bunch of them.
Woo!
Let me just let me put this pattern down real quickly, and I will read out one. This,
I
that,
guess in the meantime, let me
this,
go over my a
that.
new version of Asana. Please don't break.
Not that.
Request denied.
This, that, this, that, this,
Wow, that's a big banner. Okay.
this, that, this, and then cobblestone, and then that.
Oh. I went to a store
So look at one of your
that
vision
I
entries.
kind of don't like.
Okay, so yes, every year from
And-
1956 up until present day, there has been a live
Like,
audience in
do y'all
2020
have
contest was
a
canceled due to the
A
pandemic. So
store that you
they didn't even happen.
sometimes
Okay,
you sometimes
so
go to because you
if
don't
it
like
got
it,
put to
but
the
then
moon,
like
do
kinda
you think there
like,
would
I don't know.
still
It's
be
like
a
you just keep
live
coming back to the
audience
store even though you don't
for
like it.
it?
No, because all those stores that I hate, I'll never go to.
Like moon travel,
Because I love
I'm
Costco and I get everything that I
assuming
need
in
from
my
Costco.
head is
I
very
enjoy
expensive.
The
Oh wait, you know what? Actually, GameStop. GameStop is becoming that for me. I used to really like GameStop, man. I like every time the GameStop that was closest to my house, for the longest time, I was friends with the people that worked there. You know, I would talk to them, they would talk to me. Even when some of the managers swapped out and the new one came in,
What?
you know, I built some kind of relationship. And for whatever reason, the latest iteration of their staff, I guess, they're just, maybe I'm too old and they're Gen Z
We
and
discussed it
they,
for the year
you know, but I
2010,
got
so
no rapport
we
with them, so I'm like,
assumed people would be
I don't
living on
like
the
going to
moon by
GameStop
then.
anymore because
I mean, that
it's
is
just
true.
a lot of
We
their shit's
assumed,
inconvenient. Most of the time, the prices
I'm
don't
pretty
make
sure we
sense.
assumed that we would have like
you know, I don't-
flying cars by now.
This isn't
But
as enjoyable
have we
as
actually
it used
made
to be
any
back in the
progress
day.
towards flying cars yet?
But I still got to get my games.
Yeah, okay. That makes
I
sense.
don't think we
I've been
have
trying to
made any
find,
progress towards it.
a physical copy of Tears of the Kingdom And there
Ooh.
are a couple GameStops that I haven't checked, but it's they're always like super busy and like everyone is like doesn't want to be there, and so I get it.
Okay, let's see.
I hate that Costco had Tears of the
Man,
Kingdom,
I'm
and
so
they have
glad
it
I
for
took the
like
time to look up
$7 cheaper
some of
than
these Am I
all
the
of the other
butthole
places,
questions
and I didn't get it, and I'm mad at myself for not getting
because
it.
I needed to. Mm.
Sleep Taco and Signature.
Put 'em away.
I'm sorry, I'm playing around. So yeah, I have one grocery store that I like. I don't go to because I don't like it, but I keep finding myself like I don't purposely go there, but I just like end up there, and I'm like, why did I come here?
Is it Randall's? It's Randall's, isn't it?
Okay, let me
Do
do.
you feel the
I'm
same way
gonna,
about that
I
store?
think, do
Yeah,
three again.
I'm the
I feel like
opposite,
doing
where I
3
like Randall's,
is a
and I never
good
find myself going there
standard.
enough.
We'll click on that one.
Why do you like Randall's?
Because there's nobody ever in there.
Because it sucks.
No,
is
you have to
this?
go at the right time.
Every time you go, it sucks all the time.
What? They have such good prices.
No,
that?
they don't.
They do.
They do not.
Checking
They
out
do.
some.
If
Checking
you
out
don't have
something
their
really
card, they
quickly.
charge
What
you
is
double.
this?
What? I mean, why don't you have one of their cards?
I
That doesn't
do
make
have
sense.
one of their
did that.
cards because I'm like, I'm not
I
paying
did
double.
that. I
You
did
do-
that.
The last
I
time
did
we
that,
went in
and
there,
I did that.
we got they had a buy one get two free on chicken quarters. We're like, yo, made out like some thieves. You got like half price steaks, man. We got 4 habanero peppers for $1. I mean, we felt
Was
rich.
it good quality or
No.
sketchy quality?
No, it's good quality.
But I don't see it on my end. You
Um,
wanna? I'm not gonna worry about that for right now. Okay.
their sales, which
Yes.
they absolutely need to have, can be decent.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to.
But their everyday
That actually sounds
prices-
very interesting and kind
that's-
of like.
That's like every other place. So they're like the everyday
Would
prices
that actually
everywhere.
be like
suck.
a legit thing
No,
to do in the
HEBs.
future? Having
I mean, but,
concerts on the moon?
but
I feel like
there's
rich
some
people
things
would.
that you look at. You're like, I'm not spending that much on it.
Rich people would
HEB,
totally
like, you
do
know what?
that.
This is cheaper than everybody else.
Well, I mean, yeah, because it's HEB. It's not.
Yeah.
It's like Costco then HEB. But
Yeah.
Randall's-
Self promo
Randall's
is
can't
totally.
compete.
That's definitely
can't
what
compete
self
with
promo
HEB.
is for.
Oh, this is where I'm getting to. So I keep finding myself at Randall's, like sometimes because I need a money order, but then other times because I can't I'm like Randall's is closer
Oh my
to
gosh,
me
I
than
gotta do
anything
quick
else.
math. Let's
And
see.
instead of driving like an
She
extra
paid
2
me
miles,
for the gas.
I'm like, let me just grab something really quick.
So it's
And
$10 for
every
the
time
stuff.
I go there, there's nobody in the store, which is nice if it was
Plus-
HEB. But then the
Plus
people that are there are
13
like
for the navel oranges and the
70+.
blood oranges.
Like,
that's even better. That means that you know they're not gonna talk to you.
But then I'm like, okay.
And
then
then
anything I grab, I'm like, oh, I only can get
$4.99,
half as much as I want because
$4.99.
the prices here are double. And I'm
So
like,
plus teen.
You gotta go.
I just don't like. It's like
Because
I
I'll pay
basically
for
need to
half
research
of
the
that
newspaper
plus
before I walk in there.
teen. That
I mean,
To be
yeah.
able to
I
to
thought
be
I
able
was
to save
typing in a
any kind of
calculator. I
money.
was
And if
apparently
if
not
you don't,
typing in a
if you don't
calculator.
research their ad, you will
10,
spend double
13.
just straight off the bat. So I
And
don't
then
like that. And everything's
I think
brown.
that's it.
Like
Oh wait, no, her
like the floor is brown, the
comments,
shelves are brown, the lights are
$3.49.
brown, like everything in there. Everybody's uniform is brown. And I'm like, why is the inside of the store just all
36?
like tan brown? And I'm like,
I think 36 is the
and then,
final
like, the aisles are
total.
all skinny, and I'm like, it's just I just
That's
do not.
that is true. Their aisles are skinny.
Yeah, and I'm like, I just do not like this.
You want to know why the aisles are skinny? Because there's nobody there and it's perfect.
Yeah, 36 seems like good enough.
So, yeah. So what was it? A coworker was like, Oh, that same coworker that I had that weird conversation. Things are good now.
Crumble.
That's good.
We're having normal conversations, and I'm not fucking it up. So,
Wait, Randall's is the closest thing to you?
no, Randall's is the closest thing to someone that I know, and
Oh,
Look at
okay,
Taco
okay.
growing up, having normal conversations.
yeah.
I can say words.
So yeah, so he was like, "Oh, he's like, Randall's is going out of business." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
So I'm like, "All of it?"
The flagship store in our city is closing.
Yeah. So I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, the one over
Yes, I'm pretty
on
sure.
blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Okay, I know that one." And he was like, "Yeah." I went over there, and he's like, "I got some steaks, like what you said." Basically,
Yeah.
he like got the stuff. He did his research on the newspaper, and he's like, "Yeah." I
Taco
saved
is a
like
simple
$8. I'm
man.
like,
Taco
huh.
is a simple man.
You know what? I need a couple.
But hi,
things,
Willow. How are
and
you?
it was right before the weather was about to get bad, and I was like, you know what? I need a couple things because we got to get rid of this milk that I bought, and I was like, you know what? Let me just swing by there after work. So I go by there after work.
Like this.
Parking lot sucks, and I'm
And
like,
it's
God,
this. And then it's
Why?
a wall.
why is there so much grass in the parking lot? Like,
What?
Like, so
That's the weirdest thing.
So, yeah,
Why
I
is
was
there-
going to say that's a weird thing to complain about.
Why is there so much nature outside?
no, like, okay, so you know,
Compared to
Taco
Walmart,
doesn't
where
want
it's
it.
like completely barren.
yes, it's completely barren, and the only thing that divides everything up is paint on the ground. Like,
That and the people waiting to mug you.
Oh my god.
yeah. So this Randall's is like they have those like medians just dividing every single line, and all the parking spots are like angular, and I'm like,
Yeah, because you gotta realize that Randall's have been around in the city longer than the city's been here. So, but that's just, I mean, they're old timey. That's why you have to find all of their sales in the newspaper. Everything's brown. None of their stores have windows. It's just because they're up.
Not
you know,
simple.
and
Take
the
that.
people
What I
who-
said.
people
Oh
who
my
shop there were
god.
young when they
Retracting
opened.
that
Well,
statement
exactly.
real quick.
They're like, we used to come here to get malts.
So
Taco usually has
so I'm
some
like,
type of
I
argumental
hate this
thing.
parking lot because
Oh,
like it's one of those parking
I
lots that you
just
can't cut across.
remember
It's
I
not
had
like I cut across
my
parking lots
argument
all
I
the
had
time,
with
but it's like
Olivia.
Sounds like you
if
do.
No, it's what it was like. I wanted to.
I have to
because
make sure I
keep
don't-
driving
I'm
up
not-
and down every single lane.
I mean,
but
make sure I
couldn't-
don't forget it
like,
because
it
I
just
wanted
took
to bring it
forever
up here.
I was like, ooh, there's a spot close to the store. Let me drive up and down 3 or 4 lanes to get over to that spot, and then somebody else already took it. So I'm like, as soon as I pulled in, and like all the drain things, like is built like old school drain things, where they're like, you know what? Let's have this spot sink down, and hopefully the water will go down this drain, instead of like designing the whole thing so where the water just kind of flows down. So it's like lumpy, and I'm like trying to find this. I'm like, as soon as I pulled in, I'm like, why am I coming here? And I was like, okay, let's save money, and then I'll be able to tell that person tomorrow that I went to the store he recommended and I saved money. Yay, brownie points. So I went there, and I'm like, I hate this store. So as soon as I get in, I'm like, yep, everything's brown. And then
I was
look at the
trying to
shopping
give
carts,
him
and the
credit.
shopping
I
carts are,
should
like,
not
small
make
and,
the same
like,
mistake again.
They're small and like rubberized
I mean,
metal.
there are
black.
times where Taco
like, when you grab it, it
deserves
just
the
feels weird.
credit, but I
Yeah.
feel
It's like a
like
coated,
there's more times he
yeah, it's like metal
doesn't over
coated.
than the
I was
times
like,
that he
I
does.
mean, you know what? One, I don't plan on buying
you
a lot. And
shouldn't
two, I don't
jump
want
to
to push this cart, so I'm
conclusion
just gonna
on.
walk past it. So I'll just
Taco
walk in and I'm
sounds
okay,
like
cool.
he deserves the credit for this, and
I was
then
like,
you
you know
get
what? Oreos
to
are never
like
on
further
sale,
into
so
the
let me get some
conversation. You're
Oreos
like,
here.
never
And they're like
mind.
20% off. And I'm like,
I've
cool.
made my
And then I go and I
judgment
look,
a
and all the
little bit
signs are
too
like,
early for that.
up to 70% off, but mostly 20% off. And I'm like, sounds like Randall's.
Speaking of this sale thing, it reminds me of what happened yesterday.
What happened?
If you don't know, you know, around this time of the year, Ross does this giant sale. I don't know if Ross is like a store over there where you are. I feel like it might be.
I've seen Ross here in Jersey. Yeah, I think
they are.
Yes,
it's kind of like
yes.
Michael's.
Yes. January 22nd was Ross's annual 49-cent day where they take like things that are clearance and they mark it down to 49 cents
Oh hell.
to try to get rid of inventory to bring in new inventory. And I went to my Ross to look and maybe think about buying something. Worst decision of my life. I thought shopping at peak time of Christmas in Ross was bad. Oh my gosh. I walked up in there and the line went all the way to the back of the store, all the way to the wall, and all the way back to the front of the store.
That's my cue to go home.
Yes, I went home because it was like right after work too. And I was like, I'm not dealing with this.
That sounds like a hell that is reserved for very special people.
People would have time in their hands. Cause if I would have seen that, I'd be like, guess I'm not doing this. But yeah,
It's-
Randall's never has that problem because they're always empty.
So far, the only thing that you've described that I have a problem with is probably the shopping carts. No, the parking lot doesn't bug me. The fact that they don't have blowout sales doesn't bug me. Like
Hold up, I got a phone call.
it's an old store, and I have a soft spot for it because when I worked in the beer business, like Randall's were just the easy store. You go in, you're like, it's not you're not gonna die today, you know, because they never got big orders because they were never busy, so they didn't. They're usually like located right by an HEB, so everybody's going to the HEB, and it's just like the parking lot doesn't bug me because it's usually empty, and like all of the things that you said, I've had to deal with at a Walmart on top of dealing with all of the customers and the crazy people, and I'm just like, yo, I'll take a Randall's any day.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, the guy, he was like, oh yeah, I saved so much money. It's like 70% off. And I get there and they're like, no, everything you want is 20% off. And and here's a list of every single price point with the markdown price. So if you want something that's like $11.99, you got to flip to page 7 to find out what 20% off of that is. And I'm like, who printed out all of these like booklets and just put it down every single aisle? And then like there's like 50 signs in the store saying blowout, everything must go, going out of business sale, up to 70% off. And then on every single shelf is like 20% off, 20% off. And I'm like, fine, let me get the stuff that I was gonna get because I already like ventured here, and then I'm gonna go home. So I went and I'm like, cool. The one thing that's good that happened is I got Oreos for 20% off because Oreos have like gone up like $1 and something. So I was like, cool, got that. And then what was it? I got some macaroni because I need to use up all the milk. And I'm like, cool, got that. And then I was like, get some tuna. Huh?
Because you're cheesy.
Oh, yeah. And then throw some tuna in there. Oh, yeah. So got some tuna. And I'm like, cool, $2 tuna. And if it was that HEB, this would be $1 something, but fine. Then I get to the register and I'm like, cool, I got like a handful of things. And then I'm like ringing it up and it was like, oh, this thing that said it was $1, it is actually $2.50. And I'm like, well, maybe it kicks in if I ring up more than one because I think it said 5 for $5. So I rung up all 5 and it was like, yep, that's $20. Or what was it? Yeah, it was like, yep, it was $7 instead of 5. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, hey, I think this sign said like 5 for $5. And he's like, oh, yeah, when you get to the checkout part, it'll actually show up. And I'm like, okay. And then I click the checkout part and it's like, no, like the 5 for $5 discount is actually conflicting with the 20% off one. So here's the 20% off one because that's what we're doing today. And I'm like, y'all can't stack discounts. Like, I even
That's
know
too
how to do
hard.
that.
It's like,
I'm like, I
now
even
when are
know
y'all going out of business?
man. So then I'm like, okay, fine. Let me just get out of here because I got to get home and cook. And then after the grand total was like $30, and I'm like, how the fuck did I spend $30 with a handful of stuff on a store that's going out of business? I'm like, this is why y'all are going out of business. I am never coming back to this one.
$30 doesn't sound that bad to me.
$30 for like maybe like 10 things. I'm like, this is it's supposed to be 70% off. I was expecting to spend like $9. And if it was like HEB, I would have spent $9. So I'm like, yeah, I hate the store and I'm glad that one's going out of business. I
Poor
felt
guy.
bad. I was like, oh, Randall's. I used to be over here all the time. I used to go to the store all the time. Oh, let me go see it for the last time. And
Poor Randall.
and it would like kick me in the butt on the way out. And it's like, thanks for the $30, dummy. And I'm like, you know what? This is why I don't like you, Randall. So
Go hang out with Albertson.
all of those are gone, right?
Yeah, those are gone.
Yeah.
A lot of those turned into Randalls. I think that they're gonna turn into K. Rogers now.
K. Rogers.
Yeah,
We need Kroger's here.
yeah, that's what I said. K. Rogers.
Oh. For some reason,
Ah.
I feel like that was the name, but that's what you were saying. But
Never thought I'd say this, but I miss Publix in Florida.
I miss Tops in.
Oh, I've been to a Publix. That's
What
about
is
as far as the story goes. I was there.
Dang, what was it? It's like Tops, Wegmans, and something else. There were like three like grocery chains up there when I was a kid.
We've got New Jersey Stop and Shop, ShopRite. I think that's it. Or yeah, King's. I think I don't know. And the occasional Target if you're interested, I guess.
I don't know how I feel about Target.
I have mixed feelings.
Target, I feel about Target kind of like how you feel about Randall's, where it's like I like Target. I'm partial to Target, but their prices are a little high. But when you can get a sale, it's a nice sale. And like just the stuff that they carry is like a little bit higher class. And it's like a what do you call it? Not like really high class, but like a show offy, just surface level high class.
I've never felt that way about anything at Target.
Yeah, every time I go, I'm like, a lot of the stuff there is, I feel like is very cheaply made, and it's targeting a very specific individual that shops there all the time. But I don't know, and like it's true, like you go in there for one thing, and then all of a sudden you're like, why am I spending money on this thing when I'm never gonna use it again? So it's just like, I don't know, it's hit or miss for me.
Yeah.
And they're out of stock on everything too, man. Like they never have inventory.
Nowadays or like from like all the time?
I mean, recently that I started going to Target, it's been empty.
Yeah, they have problems.
Or they're like, oh, we're moving everything around. I'm like, again?
They move stuff around a lot. Because it's like that retail trick. They're like, last time you went here, it was at the front of the store, and when you come back next week, it's gonna be in the back of the store, so you have to like wander around trying to find it.
No, but it doesn't even make sense because it's not even like that. It's not even like, oh, we tricked you. It's just like everything is just always in the state of move and never reaches its destination. All the shelves are empty, or they're on pallets, or they're on carts, and they're like, so they're not even doing the trick properly because the product isn't even out.
Yeah, recently that's just a manpower issue. There's like, well, we have this process where we move stuff around like every 10 weeks, but they didn't show up. So,
but it takes 10 weeks to do it. So
yeah, and then by that time it needs to move again because you're behind schedule.
I'm like, bro.
Yeah, that's a straight up manpower issue.
Yeah, so I always feel hopeful when I go into Target, and then just completely let
Yeah,
down
Taco sleep.
afterwards.
Yeah, back in the heyday, like 10, 15 years ago, Target was nice.
Yeah, I bought the best memory I have with Target is they had Resident Evil 4 on the PlayStation 2 for sale. It was like $40 or $30 or something. I don't remember. And I was like, ooh, and I got it. I ended up playing the hell out of that game.
Some of their sales are weird. Like,
I bought. They had that One Piece Odyssey game.
mhm.
They had it for sale on sale. I think they were just trying to get rid of it. It was like $15 for the PS5.
Some of their sales are like a penny off, but they won't say it's a penny off. It'll be like $20, and they're like, on sale, $19.99. Shh, don't tell
Yeah.
nobody. And people are like, oh, it's on sale for $20. Cool. I'm like, y'all, this is a stupid sign.
Mm-hmm. If you pick off the price tag or like look under the sign, a lot of the times you get to see the original price.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
what's been happening for Black Friday sales and stuff like that. People have been noticing that like this like oh it's 330 but it used to be 360 but it's like oh it's hidden behind all the prices and stuff like that. So
Gay.
I think Kiki
Yeah.
went to sleep. IRL. We bored her with our old folk talk.
But yeah, and then like the one sale that I do kind of like that Target does have is the they're like, buy this and we'll give you $50 to buy other stuff here only. They're like, here's a Target gift card if you buy.
That man Coles used to do that. They're like, for every $50 you get Coles bucks. I'm like, this is such a ripoff.
There was like two specific things that I was trying to get, and
Was
it
it
actually
ripped end off?
Man.
huh?
Was it ripped end off? Because that's what you got.
Well, I'm back.
What was it? It was
So
There's two
annoying.
things I was trying to get, and
It was my bank calling because
pricing worked out
apparently
to
there was
where
fraudulent
if I bought
purchases made on my card.
if I bought
Which
four of them,
is
then I would
true
get enough
because there is, but I'm very
cold cash to
confused on
get one of them for
how.
free the next time. So
Because
it was like
there's
this
like
treadmill
some
thing.
stores that I
Like, as
use
soon as I get them
my
and
card
they get delivered, then the
for
cash pops into
and
my account, and then like 2 weeks later
through
I
an
can use it
app.
again.
Like I have
So
my
like
card
for
and
a
like
couple
the
months, I was
store's
just like
app,
recycling
so
it
I can
and
use
getting
like
one of the
the
items for free
scan
over
and
and
go.
over,
And yet
and then just
somehow
buying
I
them out of stock.
have
And I'm like, shit.
fraudulent
And then
purchases
I kept
at
getting
those
emails like, "Hey, your
stores.
$5 is about to
And I'm
expire."
like,
And I'm like,
I
"Yeah, I
don't
know." And
understand
y'all like,
how,
"It's two
but
things I want, so
yeah,
it's
so
just gonna expire."
I was
And
just
they're
going
like,
through that whole
"Okay."
entire gosh dang
And I'm
project.
like,
Project
what am I gonna
process.
do with this? And then my mom was like, just buy anything.
So that's
Like, just walk in there and
amazing.
buy candy. Like, don't let
Yeah,
$5 go to waste. And I'm like, oh.
true that. You get
I was
them
like,
Oreos you were talking about.
yeah. I was like, oh, I should have did that.
Okay, I'm back.
So,
Hey!
welcome back.
Thank you. I was on the phone.
Ah.
But who has phone?
My phone.
I'm supposed to be putting up this dirt out of my pocket so then I could bone.
Oh, I have the questions whenever we're ready.
Pocket dirt. I'm ready now. Let's do this. So we can...
Pocket dirt. Let's see. Let me get up in here. Let's see.
So glad I didn't turn that into white dust. Dye.
Let's do.
White dust. We're talking about something you shouldn't be talking about.
No,
Okay.
I don't have enough kelp to turn all of these things into and I don't have. So I crushed bone meal to see if I can get it to grow. And I almost turned it into dye. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Am I the butthole for kicking my maid of honor out of my wedding with 5 days notice?
No, because I think I've heard this one, and no.
She slept with her husband. Is that what happened?
I don't remember, but I just remember it was like, no, you're totally like you're good on this. I think it might be a different one, but there were a couple of yeah. I think I know where this is going. She might have like um made demands about something that she shouldn't have made demands of, or something. I don't know. It's
Okay,
Uh,
so 5 days notice, whether it was deserved or not, the whole like, I guess inconveniencing people, like whether
well, she's not canceling the wedding. She's just taking out that one person.
If it is
yeah,
your
but that maid
wedding,
of
it's
honor had
your
to spend money on that
bridesmaid.
dress.
yeah, and
True,
like going through all the
true.
whole process and everything, and then like plus ones, I guess maybe.
That do be true.
Well,
And, like,
I mean,
it was like so like going through that whole thing, like i if it's
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it's
yeah.
something bad enough,
I'll
then
get to
yes.
it.
But if it's
Just
not
they're doing a
something
little
bad, like really
discussion.
bad, then it's like
what,
causing
what
a
did she
whole.
what did she do to get kicked out?
Well, that's what we're gonna find out. I'm
She's sitting there like,
23, female, getting married in a couple of days.
oh, bad decision.
Most of this is in the last 2 weeks. My maid of honor, 26 female M, was in charge of planning my bachelorette party, which I wanted
Ooh.
to be a surprise. We live in a city, but none of us live downtown, so I was hoping for a hotel room downtown and having a fun night out with friends, maybe a brunch. Most of the bridal party lives locally, but 2 girls flew in for it. When M picked me up 2 weeks ago on Friday, I was excited to see where we were going and what we were doing. We ended up going to M's 1 bedroom townhome and spent
Oh,
the whole weekend there. There are 8 of us, so it was so cramped and we kept running into issues with only one bathroom. On Friday night, we had games and ordered pizza. Saturday, we had a mimosa bar, went shopping, ordered food, and watched a movie before parting ways on Sunday. It wasn't the bachelorette party of my dreams or particularly a fun weekend, but it was okay and I appreciate it. Last week, my fiance, 32M, Jay, had just returned from a work trip. I haven't caught him up to speed on the party because there wasn't much to report. But when he returned, we were chatting and I told him about the party. He looked confused but said nothing else that evening. The next day, I got a message from M asking to meet up to talk about something. M revealed that Jay had given her a significant amount of money over a year ago with the intention that it was to be used to pay for a bachelorette party. It would have been enough to pay for the entire bridal party to go do a week-long vacation out of town, including airfare, hotel, food, drinks, and fun. I wasn't expecting this type of event. A weekend downtown would have been wonderful, and even though the party at her home wasn't what I hoped for, I was fine with it because I got to be with all of my friends. She instead used the money to pay off credit card debt and hoped that no one would notice. I told her I needed some time to process and went home. After talking with Jay about it, I decided that the best action would be to remove her from the wedding. I came to this decision because I don't feel like I can trust her and don't want her to be standing next to me at my wedding. I slept on it overnight and sent her a text saying this on Monday. Since I had been getting texts from her mom and boyfriend telling me how awful I am for doing this since I didn't need a big party and M was able to financially benefit. My mom is also getting removed from the wedding as she liked a sister to our family and it would be tragic for me to get married without M there. The rest of the bridal party is split, half saying I shouldn't have kicked her out, and the other half agreeing with me. M has called me crying because she had already has her dress. Jay and I paid for all the dresses, and she couldn't wear it anywhere. At this point, I want the wedding to be over with so I can be on my honeymoon and not have to deal with these people. So was my action too extreme? Am I the butthole?
No,
No,
not at all.
absolutely not. She profited it off of this guy's money, and then they're saying that
bride needs to even communicate with what
she
wants.
didn't need a big party.
The bride
She
needs
paid for her to
go into the bin. I said with the bride, but the bride needs
Just
to
because
produce
you don't need a big
and
party
tell
doesn't
people
mean
what
you
she
don't
wants.
give
And
a
I
big
bet
party.
the family doesn't
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
that the
and it's
credit
like
card thing.
it's for a good reason too.
Yeah,
Like
the
it's your
family.
bachelorette, like
Well,
like
no, I think the
getting married and stuff like
family.
that is always
No,
a
I
huge
don't think
deal
they
too,
did
so
know.
it's like once in a lifetime kind of thing.
Yes,
And she didn't even pay for it. She didn't. Her husband paid for them to go have the party. She used the money for her personal gain, and then is surprised that someone is upset about it. Like, I ain't give you that money for you to pay off your credit cards.
Yes. Oh my gosh, the bride is totally not a butthole for doing that because that's horrible.
That is. That is
Cause
not a
oh
friend.
my gosh, cause
That
like
is
she,
not a friend.
yeah, I'm like I don't give a care if it's financially benefiting you. That money that my husband gave to you was to be spent on something else, not on you.
It's supposed to be spent on her, on his wife.
Yeah,
Yes.
and her friends, but yeah.
Friends, plural, not friend as in just you to pay off your bills because you're bad at money.
Yeah, because the fact that I mean, because that had to be a lot of money because there was 8 of them. There was enough to pay for a week-long trip with
Yeah.
mileage and food and drinks and fun.
Wait, can we just talk about how rich this guy is to be able to afford all of that?
Well,
Like,
it
God
might just be
dang.
like a one-time thing, just like obviously like once in a lifetime again. So it's not like he can do that all the time. I imagine it's like this one thing, and he did it a year ago too. So it wasn't like I don't know.
Yeah, but he saved up enough money to do that. That's not a small amount of money. Plane tickets are not cheap. And for 8 people in a room and to go out of town, like that's an expensive trip.
Lucky her.
For real.
Yeah, because like I can understand not wanting a big party because I would
Does he
probably be
have a
like the
brother?
same. Oh my gosh. I would probably be the same way. I probably wouldn't want a big party, but if I find out later on that somebody had actually paid to have like this really big fancy thing, but they ended up spending it on themselves, then yeah, I'm gonna be pissed about that.
Over here,
God.
sharing one bathroom with 8 girls. You know how stank that is? You know it didn't smell good in there. You know it wasn't pleasant. Hair everywhere.
There wasn't enough
Poor
space.
guy. Like he knows that she doesn't want a lot, and he's like, "I'm gonna spoil my woman."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Here, best friend of my woman, please treat
Bride
her
100%. I
nice.
advise her to make her
I've
voice
worked
heard,
really
otherwise
hard
no
for this present for her."
complaining about the party.
And she's like,
Yeah, that's what I'm
"Thanks for
thinking. Like
canceling my debt."
using the party money
Yeah,
to pay
all
off
she
credit
hears
card
is
is
treat
hashtag
me
stealing.
nice, and then
Yes.
just takes it. What's that one meme where it's the guy gives the package and here's like, oh, this is I don't know. This is the
'Cause
cure
it's
for
like-
peace. I just created the cure for peace, and he gives it to the guy. And then the guy's like,
Because
cure for
the
peace?
fact
I
that
just created the cure for peace.
her
or whatever.
mom
That's exactly what
and
happened.
boyfriend
He gives
of
her the
her
money.
friend is
He's like,
talking
"This
about
is
how
for the wedding
awful
party."
she is
And all she heard
since
was credit card debt.
she didn't need
This is for
apparently to
me.
have a big
This is for my
party,
wife.
and
Oh,
that her
man.
friend benefited
Dude,
off
I'd
of
have been
it
hot.
is horrible. And then her mom, as in like the bride's mom, is also mad about that. I don't know. Honestly, on a different note, I don't know how the bridal party is split on this situation. Like,
It's
honestly,
like,
how are you siding with
They also
them?
probably have like debt, and they probably would have done the same thing.
she probably gave like.
I bet you they all come from some kind of money, so they don't understand the significance of it. So they're probably kind of like, well, it's not a big deal. It's just money.
Oh
I
my
wonder if some
god.
of them got some of the money.
Oh.
Oh, I could see that. That could
Say that
possibly be
again.
an
What was it?
answer.
Some of them got some of the money.
As like a bribe, like
Uh,
don't talk about this.
People who do
Well,
not
no, it's
support the
like
bride are stupid and
I'll
they
set
go
this
into a
up
bed
and then
immediately. Yeah.
let's split some of it. It's
And
like
that's why she
you
kicked
got
her
credit card debt
maid of
too. Here
honor
you
out
go.
of the wedding because I wouldn't want somebody like that either.
I didn't think about that.
Damn.
I think on top of it, I think it's like it's different if it was like a small amount of money, you know, like $5 or $10, something I can easily overlook. But
Yeah.
the amount of money that I'm like thinking in my head, that's not a amount of money that you can just overlook.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that man, it's gotta be close to like $10,000. Even if
Even if it was like 5,000, that's still a lot.
it's yeah. It's way more than I'm comfortable giving to another person for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me see. Let me look at this. Also apparently the maid of honor didn't actually tell her out of guilt when the bride told her fiance about the party. The fiance went to the maid of honor and told her that she needed to tell the bride or else he would.
Ooh.
So she was gonna take that chicken to
Yeah,
her grave.
100%. Yeah, because it's one of them things where it's like,
She thought she was gonna get away with it. She was, yeah. That's not a friend. That's not the person that you want at your wedding.
the
Yeah, I
guy
agree.
is I am like so impressed by this guy because
Yeah.
I'm like he respects their friendship to where
Um,
he's not gonna be like she
Matter
did
if it's
what?
1
No,
cent.
I blah 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 blah. He's like,
One cent
no,
on $1
you're gonna
million
own up to
trust
what
is
you
broken. If I give money to someone to
And,
buy
like,
something and they don't do
That's
that,
right.
that's
quiet in the
trust
moment,
is
and
broken.
then
So
be
the
like,
evil lady knew what
"You
she
do
was
what
doing.
you did,
She
or else
already
I'll step
did.
in."
That's it's a good guy. It's a
Yeah.
very like calm, level-headed way of reacting.
Yeah.
Somebody in the comments says that they are speculating that it was probably around $25,000.
Yeah, I was
Fuck.
thinking about 20 or so. Cuz I'm like I'm I'm thinking about going on a trip soon and I'm like trying to budget it and I'm like just for 2 people for a couple days.
Uh-huh. It's
I'm
not
like
cheap.
is this amount and I'm like yeesh. And then he was like, "Oh, 8 people for a week." And I'm like,
Oh
"Oh,
hell no. Well, when I
I might
went
have
to
gotten like a
Spain,
Groupon or something, like a coupon maybe.
nah. That's for like
no.
the regular
If I had
once in a lifetime."
25,000 that I
Yeah.
was
I'm
forced to spend
spoil
on a
my work.
party, I'll be going, yeah,
When I went to Spain back in
shoot. If I'm forced to have to spend that much
2012,
money, I'm
2013, I can't
spending
remember.
it
Uh,
I'm getting a planner and planning
and
this
this
whole
this
entire
was a
thing
while back.
out so they can
The ticket
properly
alone
plan
for
how
like
to
the
spend
cheap
that much
seats
money.
was
But
like
oh my gosh,
$1,200. And that's
that's
10 years ago money.
25,000 is
And the only reason I
crazy.
could afford that is because I was staying with my family, so I didn't have to pay for a hotel or nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Quick question.
Mhm.
How can I get more kelp?
Plant it in water,
Doesn't
bone mill it.
the
Go to Bikini
the
Bottom.
farm have kelp? The Guardian farm?
Oh, that's right. But if it doesn't, bone, what do you mean? Like put it on dirt underwater and grow it?
Yes.
Because it's not working.
Yes.
It's
Put it on dirt, underwater, grow it up, and then break it, and it'll flow up, and then grow it up, and break it, and do it like
I
that.
can't get it to work.
What you
You can
mean?
also go to Bikini Bottom.
You need more than one. The whole kelp has to be underwater.
What do you mean?
As in, like,
Oh,
you need to be like in the ocean, honestly. So you have like the highest, most
it
amount
can
of space
only
to work with.
it can only grow in water blocks, so it has to have enough blocks for it to grow.
Yes.
Yeah, the pool's like 3, so I put 1 at the bottom, and I'm trying to grow 2 just to see if that works, and I can't. It's not even working at all.
But see, you're going to a pool that has chlorine in it.
Oh my gosh. Let me see. Where are you?
Cause I tried to do that in the elevator and it wasn't working. So I was like, maybe something else is wrong. Felt like, is it sand?
Here I come. Running
Save the
through the
day.
village, frolicking through the villages. Frolic, frolic, frolic.
Man, I'm hungry.
Man, I thought that I was gonna name this episode Elevator and like I'd knock it out in like 10 minutes and be like, it's called Elevator, but I did mostly other stuff the whole stream, and here I am stuck for like an hour working on this elevator and it's not gonna be done.
Yes.
I feel like that's like everything with Minecraft and stuff like that. You go in with one idea, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I need to do this,
Okay.
this, and this.
What are you talking about? It's working just fine.
Thank you.
Oh
Elevator.
my gosh,
More like
I just
staircase.
went
No!
all the way over
You
here.
didn't say sand. I figured that out, and then you walked up and took credit
Because I'm trying to figure out what you were having an issue with.
because I was trying to grow it on dirt, and dirt's like no.
It should work with dirt.
No, it doesn't. Come look. What the fuck? Why is
See?
it working now? This is bullshit.
Because that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't work?
It hasn't been working this whole. You know what? Thank you for stepping and like generating your magic because now I can finish my project. So
Oh
for an
my.
hour, it was not working.
Oh
should
my
charge
gosh,
them.
you just made me sprint across this whole entire
No,
field to get over here.
Thank you for bestowing your presence on me, and it fixed it because this was not working earlier.
You're
Sitting here
welcome.
almost drowning for like an hour.
Okay, well, I'm over here. Might as well read the next one in my boat. Go up here.
Yeah.
Kiki and
Oops.
her big old fancy boat.
It's not big. This is relatively kind of small.
Kiki's got a yacht. I believe it.
See, he like.
I mean,
yeah,
compared to my boat on my world, yeah, this is kind of small.
Oh,
You-
sorry for having not a million resources.
Isn't
A
your
million
boat parked
resources? You
over
told me
here?
I was limited to one chunk.
Well, yeah.
Oh
You
my
can't
gosh. I
you
don't-
got a whole area for a castle.
Yeah, I haven't started that yet. I almost yeeted my bird off my boat. I forgot it was on the front part of my boat. Oh my gosh, I'm on a rescue mission, and then I'm gonna start the next one.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm on a rescue mission to save my parrot from, I guess, technically flying off to its area, but
Why is it not working now? The fuck?
there we
Kiki
go.
left.
Yeah, and magic wore off.
Yeah, I've apparently gone too far. There we go.
Yeah, the area of effect is gone.
Ooh, I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3.
How is it?
It is a good game.
It's been less than
Holy
that
crap,
on
it is
a
good game.
month to Euro for 2 people, so a week for like 7 to 8 people should be doable.
It is a
Yeah,
really
good
it's like
game.
that's
People at work.
totally doable. It's just the fact that she
It's a good
didn't.
game.
She thought I will pay off my credit card debt instead of actually doing something kind for my so-and-so friend.
Yeah, I don't normally play those types of games, but that one looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, me neither. This is probably I also played Divinity Original Sin 2. I didn't beat it. I tried it out, but it's the same style of gameplay. But man, those types of games, because I think it's the amount of just random crap that they put throughout the game. It's not just cut and dry where you're like, oh, just get stats and punch the stuff. Like there's so many different tricks, so many different just hidden mechanics that they put in that if you think about it, yeah, it makes sense that it works. You just wouldn't expect anybody to put it in their games. So it's so much fun.
Okay, let's
Yeah, I got Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. I think from Kiki. I think that was like one of the deals that was free or whatever.
Mhm.
And I started it, and I am like on the third chapter or whatever, and it's a lot of fun. Like I wasn't expecting it to be a lot of fun, but it's surprisingly really good.
Yeah, that one got a lot of good reviews too.
Okay.
Let's see. Ooh, I remember this one. Oh yeah, this one was hilarious. That's why I saved this one. 21 female, allegedly cheated on my boyfriend, 23 male, by assuming the relationship was over. Can I fix this?
What the hell?
Is this one of them like we were on a break situations?
Is this the Friends? This is Friends, isn't it?
So basically it is as it says in the title. 21 female, was together with Derek, 23 male, for a year. We always went out to parties, clubbing, drinking, and all these other things. At some point, I don't know, I just grew tired of the whole party scene and other stuff all the time. I will admit it was partially due to my father constantly in my ear about me starting to take life serious, etc. So yeah, I quit that lifestyle and went to college on my parents' dime. Derek did not like that. Suddenly, you're not the same person. You think you're better than us. Come on, babe, screw that. Let's go out constantly.
I
Soon
guess that's
enough.
a good.
Yeah,
So that
I don't
guy
like this
sounds
guy.
like a.
Soon enough, we no longer went on dates, and he no longer invited me anywhere because I had a morality stuck up my butt that constantly judging me. He was constantly discouraging me and just dragging me down. I should have broken up with him, but I thought I was in love and kept trying to make it work. Anyway, he started getting short with me through text, stopped visiting, stopped calling, ignoring me until it was 3 months since I had ever saw him or we had any kind of interaction. I just assumed that meant we were over. So yeah, I met a cute guy a few weeks later that asked me out and I said yes. We were together for 2 months now. Mind you, this is 2 months after the first 3 months of him not have ever have an interaction with her.
So he hadn't talked to her for 3 months.
Yes,
I
and
mean, it's
she
kind of on her for not being like, "Are we done?" But I can understand.
well haven't talked or had any interaction for 3 months, met a new guy, and now she's been together with this new guy for 2 months.
Mhm.
So
So
now
it's
we're up to
5 months at this
5
point.
months of no interaction and or talking to this person. Okay, so a few days ago, Derek showed up in my apartment out of nowhere and started berating and insulting me, saying a friend saw me with another guy and showed me pics of us kissing. It was a nasty argument before he left. Then he left and blasted me on Facebook and Instagram for being a cheating B word and more. I felt I didn't do anything wrong until a friend of mine pointed out it was my own fault for assuming things. Gave me
What
the
the hell?
whole but you and me plus speech about assuming things. Keep in mind that Derek and I haven't spoken in over 5 months at this point. Some friends and others have started looking at me differently. I've never considered myself a cheater, but I guess I am. My current boyfriend still hasn't ran off, but we still have to talk. How can I fix this?
Look, I'm gonna put it to you like this: you don't not show up to a job for 5 months and then come back and be like, "Yo, where's my paychecks?"
Yeah.
Like you you don't talk to somebody, they're gonna move on. I
Especially
don't.
when, yeah, because she also mentioned that he ignored her. So who knows
Yeah,
in that 5 months that she tried to ask the dude or talk to the dude and he just straight up ignored her.
yeah. How do we know he wasn't out there trying to clap some cheeks either? You know?
Yeah, he also doesn't sound like a very good person, and
Let
like the
me
people
plan in the
that
Yeah.
party
like,
days
yeah,
too. Exactly
like,
what the bride wants, and if the bride says surprise me,
you don't talk to
denies their
somebody for
request
3
and talks
months. I mean,
specific,
at
if
that
they
point,
refuse,
it's
go to
done.
everyone else and get their initial
Like,
on their favorite
what
things
is there
and
to
plan a
talk about
party
at
with
that
those
point?
details.
Yeah.
You
Also,
and
know,
she's
like,
everything's
trying to
including a
better
single
herself, kind of
memorial.
going to school and
And
stuff
then
like
a
that. Even
hotel.
though her
Yeah,
father was
see
like,
the
"You need to do
bridal
this,"
party
but like
thing.
she's trying to
If
better
you're the
herself,
maid of
and like
honor, that means you're
partying is
like
awful.
the
Like after a
closest of
while, it
close
just gets super
friends. So
tiring
I
to
feel
me
like
at
you
least.
should
But
understand
I
like
don't know, just like trying to do
certain
something
things
different
that your
with your
friends
life
would
than
like.
just going out to clubs, spending money, and like partying. But I don't know.
Community,
That's
these
just me.
community people
No,
open
I
your
mean,
mouths and produce your vocal
she
cords are
trying to
like
improve
Ash
her life,
Porter.
and that
The
means
princess
cutting out
having
the
mommy and
terrible people,
daddy
especially
pay for
somebody
her
that's not being
school.
supportive.
Now he needs to go to the
It's-
bid. A good boyfriend supports
I
their
mean,
partner decision to go into
yeah,
education.
of course you can always be
Yeah.
like, oh, we're gonna clarify this, but at the same time, like that guy probably didn't deserve
That's
it.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. Clarification.
Yeah.
I feel like if she was like, I haven't heard from you in 3 months. I've tried to contact you. I'm gonna assume that this relationship is over and I'm going to move on. Put it in writing, and then there's nothing that like.
But like it's not like it's a professional thing. It's not
I
a
know.
professional courtesy to somebody. This isn't a business. If she reaches out, the dude don't talk to her. What, she's not supposed to just sit there and wait for him until to get a response. Like that's not how the world works. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, that's just not how the world works. People don't work that way. You don't talk to somebody for that long. You don't go 5 months not talking to somebody and then wonder why they're talking to somebody else. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. That guy is entitled as hell to feel like he can just not communicate with her and she's gonna be sticking around waiting for her to show up. That guy's stupid as hell.
Yeah, and I think it's like it's one of those like kind of covering your butt things because like even her friends like are like,
Yeah,
like
but
or
judging,
quote unquote friends.
yeah, going off of how she's described the guy, and I can't imagine the friends are that much different if all they do is just party and drink and like. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and just say they're not the most intelligent group of people.
Well,
So I would say
they're
I
only
would say
21
let's-
and 23.
Yeah, I was about to
Exactly.
say like that.
Yeah,
Like they're
so-
still young, so
Yes, so
But-
I would say I would like because we're all like older. So I would say
Hey, speak for yourself.
so I would say like let's not down the whole going out and all that kind of stuff. It's like they focus on having a good time. Like that.
That's
Yeah.
fine, but when that becomes your entire
Having a party
identity,
boyfriend and
Look,
basically a friend with
we
will-
benefits at
well,
that point. The
I went
relationship
out when I
nothing
was in
to
my 20s.
sustain
I
it
did the
to.
thing too.
Yeah,
Everybody does
like,
it. It's it's
if the girl
whatever
doesn't
part
want to
of-
go to a party,
yeah, it's
you
part of
respect her
the societal
wishes
norm to be able
and
to
do
that.
other
But at a
things
certain
that doesn't
point, you
only
grow out
revolve
of it.
around partying.
No, like we're not
Like
still all
people can
going,
have
like,
different interests
so let's go get
Interests
shit-faced
and
throw
or
up
lose,
and then live with the hangover
like
the next day. And nobody
lose
that matures
interest in
still
certain
thinks that. And
interests.
if anybody looks at this situation and goes, "Well, you could have at least talked to him," like that, like it's just a person that hasn't matured yet. She at least matured, got to the point where it's kind of like, yeah, like I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna sit here and hope for this guy to pay attention to me, because then that's a whole different situation. Whereas she's just hoping and clinging to some guy that is not giving her the time of day.
Yeah. Oh, also there was an edit. She added in a few more things. It says, "Thank you so much for the support, you guys. I read most of the comments and I'm truly grateful. Just some points I forgot to add. The lead up to the no contact was basically me begging him to go out, me visiting him, me planning anything together. He never initiated anything. I carried the relationship and ran after him like a lost puppy until I got tired of doing all the work. So I decided if we were going to spend any more time together, he will have to contact me for a change. Well, he didn't, and here we are. I didn't even block him or anything. He could have contacted me at any time. To be honest, if I didn't meet my current boyfriend, I probably wouldn't even take him back. I was weak and blinded by what I thought was love and a bit of a pushover. I'm working on it. Anyways, getting back together with him is not happening. I'm happy with my current boyfriend. It's just the stigma of being a cheater or called that and everyone not in the know thinking that, which really upsets me. But you guys are really helping me form a game plan for now. I first secured my relationship with my current boyfriend before trying to put out any fires."
Yeah, She's bettering herself, man. It's just the growing
Yeah.
pain. The growing pain of getting better.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like the guy was like, "Oh, like if I don't talk to her for like a few months, she's gonna come running back to me and be like, oh, I love you so much,' kind of thing." But
Yeah.
that didn't work, and he's upset.
That's very much an abusive relationship that he stopped. That stopped working for him.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the only time like long periods of communication with not talking with somebody only works or like with friends and stuff. Not like somebody you're trying to like.
Yeah, you can't not talk to the person that you're supposed to be with. You're with that person. You talk to them like friends. You can go a while if they're good friends, and you can go a while and not talk to them, and then start talking like no time has gone past. Like that's how you know it's a good friend. But if you're supposed to be dedicated and loyal to this person, there's no you don't go days and weeks and months without talking.
To cut off the mic.
And also,
True.
life is busy, like adults and like your job, and you might have a family with kids and all these things. So it's like you can't really talk to everybody at the same time. But
yes.
like, once you do, it's
Probably
like, oh,
lusted
okay,
for
yeah,
her, and
we,
also
like,
was probably
you're
just
still-
because of the
You're
money.
still friends,
Like you
but
were
you're
saying.
just busy.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree with that. And it sounds like Taco's dying.
It took an hour and a half. The other one, like it would have taken 3 hours, but the other one just all of a sudden works. I didn't even do anything.
Okay, let's
Elevators are
see.
done. Yay.
Nice. I have one more. I figured doing 3 is a good amount of them.
Good
Experiment.
sweet spot. Yeah.
Rule of 3.
Yep, rule of 3. Okay, let me go. I'm over here on my diving board and read this one out. Okay.
I'm like, the elevator's done. Let me run down the hall and run up the stairs.
Good job.
Way to go.
And the signs are backwards. God dang it.
Okay. Am I the butthole for ditching my assigned bridesmaid at a wedding for one that is younger and a different race as me? P.S. I also ended up leaving the wedding early.
Wait.
The hell?
Oh, the guy that was like the guy that's paired with the bridesmaid?
Yes.
Oh, so he walked down with the bridesmaid.
No.
And then found another a bridesmaid more. Okay, wait. What's the story?
Am I the butthole for ditching my air quotation assigned bridesmaid at a wedding for one that is younger and a different race as me?
How did he ditch her? What is he just like? Oh,
I'm like,
am I
aren't they
gonna-
paired 1-to-1? I'm like, did he just like shove the other guy out of the way and be like,
Yeah.
like, or did they trade?
Like, I don't like
what-
you, I like
what's-
this person. And
Did he like unga bunga her, like hit her over the head, and then just throw over the shoulder and be like, "This one's mine"?
Okay. More info. I'm like, if it's a trade, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. If he's like threw the guy in a locker and was like, she's mine, like it's weird. Like, what, what's
I mean,
this?
it's not like I don't know. They're not Pokemon cards. They're adults. I'm sure they kind of all decided what they were going to do.
Okay, so one of my good friends from college was getting married, called him Tom, to his wife, called her Liz,
Oh my God! Tom from MySpace got married.
and asked me to be one of his groomsmen. I was honored. I haven't seen him in a while because I live across the country. When I arrived to the city, I was assigned a bridesmaid and called her Kelly. Now, Kelly is a lovely woman. However, I think we were only assigned each other because we were both black. Liz started telling me that we are both single and perfect for each other, but there was nothing to indicate that at all besides us both being black. I should add as well that Liz had a lot more bridesmaids than Tom had as groomsmen.
Okay.
The first night, the entire wedding party went out, and it became clear that Kelly wanted to hook up. I was not into her at all, so I kindly turned her down. She then started interrogating me why as to why. I tried to give her a generic answer, but she started listing off all the reasons why we are so perfect together. I ended up saying that I didn't do the whole short term type thing, and as we both live in completely different states, there is no future here. She ended up cooling off, but then tells me that she respects me more for that and that I am a stand up guy and the type of guy that she is looking for.
Oh no.
During the rest of the time we are there, one of the current unmatched bridesmaid, called her Jen, starts messaging me privately and we hit it off. The next day, wedding ceremony goes well, and we have the reception, and me and Kelly do our entrance together and then dance together for a bit. After a bit, I go to the bar, and Jen and I start to dance. At this point, Kelly is giving me dirty looks. I just ignore it and continue having a good time. All is going well until when I am at the bar, Kelly and Liz confronts me and starts saying that me dancing with Jen is inappropriate. They start saying she is too young for me, that it looks creepy. Let's see. Side note, he is 32 and Jen is 24, about to turn 25.
Oh god.
I am like, oh, it's okay. Me and Jen are just friends. Liz at this point is angry with me and starts saying that Jen is in college. She is doing her master's and that this is her wedding and she didn't want to see that. Then Kelly starts saying that I must have a fetish for white women.
Oh
At
boy.
this point, I realize that there is no logical argument I can make. I tell Kelly and Liz that I really enjoy the wedding, but I need to go to bed early for my flight the next day. I leave and go up to my hotel. 15 minutes later, Jen leaves early. 5 minutes after Jen comes up, we both kick it off at the wedding party chat. We're both kicked out of the wedding party chat. I later find out from Tom that Kelly was crying her eyes out and that it messed up the night for Liz as well. He told me that he isn't mad at me because he told Liz from the start that Kelly isn't going to be my type, but instead Liz really wanted to set Kelly up. At this point, I feel terrible that I made it so Liz was not able to enjoy her special night. As for Kelly, I just wish she just got no means no. Am I the butthole?
I don't think so. I mean,
No.
it's your your preference, I guess. Like if you're not if you're I don't know, not like if you're not connecting with one person, then it's not gonna be it's not gonna be good for both of you. Even though like one person's like, no, we're really good, but I don't know. I don't think it's not good to like force it. I guess I don't know.
So
And
the bride
I
tried to
guess,
set
like,
up
the
her
bride's
friend with one of the
expectations was one thing,
groomsmen.
and
This is a
when
bad idea.
reality
Bride
was
definitely got
hit, it
tricked
was
by
like,
the
oh,
groomsmen.
and now
Definitely
that
not the
now she's
butthole.
sad, I guess. I don't know,
Yeah,
it's-
because
I don't think so.
the
I was wondering why
the husband
he
invited
kept
his
putting
friend. So this
race
is
in there.
his
It's like a
friend.
big point of
The bride, I don't even think
situation.
even
And I
knows
totally get it.
like about like anything
in
about
high
his
school,
said
that was the
friend,
same
but just
situation with
assumed
me,
because
like,
he was
just because
black
two people look alike, people
that
just immediately want to match them like
that
cards.
they can match them together
And
with them.
I get it, and I feel like it's kind of the bride's fault for trying to like pair, because like even the husband was like, I don't think this is gonna work. And she's like, no, it'll be perfect.
Yeah,
Like-
the husband would know that's his friend.
Yeah.
Look at Taco over here, humble bragging, saying he used to get paired up with for dates. Jeez.
No.
Way to rub it in, Taco. Not all of us would.
No, my situation would be like, you like her? And I'm like, who? And they're like, her. And I'm like,
Oh.
no.
It's just the stereotypical. You're gonna get weird looks if you're looking at a different race compared to your own.
I mean, the only thing that gets me is the age difference. I mean, but like,
yeah, I mean,
you know,
it's not like. Go ahead. Sorry, signature. Sorry.
Oh no, that's just like if you're gonna nitpick anything, I guess that's the only thing.
Let
Even
me
then,
guess.
I mean,
The
they're both
bride is
adults, it's
white. You
whatever.
know,
she's
Yeah.
I don't know.
she
Honestly,
likes older
Like-
men. You know, it's
Yeah, and
Let me see.
yeah, it's not 34 and 25, almost 25. It's not that bad, but like I was expecting like, oh, she's only 19 going on to 20, and I was like, oh, that's a little sketchy there, but
Let me see. Did they
She's in high school.
mention?
yeah.
So when is the age difference like where it's like no, because you could be.
I
Her
don't think
dad.
they mentioned
I
if
mean, it's always going to
the
be creepy. If it's
bride is
if it's more
white.
than 10 years difference, it's always going to be weird. You're in two different times of your life,
Yeah,
but
two different generations. Yeah.
But she was
it's
going for a master's, so like she's going for something. So
Well,
yeah,
even still,
but I get
like
it.
it's.
but they're both adults. They can date whoever the hell
I mean,
they
it's
want.
only actually 7 year difference. 32 and 24, about to be
Oh, okay.
25.
Shoot, I don't know. When I was like 28, I'm like I couldn't imagine myself dating a 21-year-old. But I'm that's just me though, because I'm a
The
fucking
bridesmaid is like 16. That is too
I'm a
young.
weird
Yeah,
situation because
bridesmaids
I'm
and
immature,
groomsmen
but at the
should
same
not
time, I
be
can't handle people that just
criticized. They have a
don't
job which is supposed to support.
just don't
Yeah,
want to
you
grow
can't
up. I don't know. It's
assume
hard. I can't explain it.
anything.
I'm in the same spot
That's
as you
like
because
it's almost
yeah,
like
we're both silly at times.
trying to. They're like playing
and
like they're playing it as a
like you
game
said, we can
of
be immature at times. But I'm
matchmaker,
like, it's
blind
it's
dating.
weird.
There we go.
Like that. I don't know. It's like
I'm gonna pair all these people together. Together
I
and
feel like my picture.
see if
Like
they,
I'm
almost like a
silly
speed
dude in a
dating kind
dino
of thing,
costume.
but you don't rotate. You're
I'm
stuck
like,
with this
what
person.
I feel like people see me as this big black scary guy. So at a certain time,
You're
it's
an
like
Enderman?
whenever I'm, huh?
Ah.
Yeah, the ones from Dungeons, like the big thick ones that like break stuff. So I feel like I'm seen like that, especially if I'm like wearing like a hoodie and a beanie and I'm just my beard's all grown out and I'm just like, Rrr. So like going in like being out in the public like in a
I mean,
grocery store,
especially if you're going around growling at people. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like being in a store or something like that is like I walk around the corner and there's like some young girls or something like that. I feel like, oh, I got to turn around and walk the other way because
Hey,
I just feel like I'm intimidating or something. And like in certain situations, I walk in the room, people look at me and they like leave. And I'm like, I get the whole age difference thing. Like I feel like there's and I've seen like a different side of it. Like just the whole my aura that I guess I'm putting off
If
until
I
people
were
actually
to
like
ever
talk
get
to me, and I'm
married,
like,
there would be none of this
look at
matchmaking
this guy has an aura.
nonsense. Yeah, there shouldn't.
feel
I
like
mean, like, there
it's an
shouldn't be
intimidating
any
aura.
thinking
But
that you can
then-
just pair people together because you think
Now
they'll
with
like
the job
each
that I
other.
have, I'm like, it's that 10
It should
years
just
at
be
least difference
okay.
in personality.
For this wedding, you
And
guys are gonna, walk in together
like
and dance
people
together,
talk
and
about,
that's
"Oh,
it. There's
college
no
and roommates and stuff
attachments
like that."
at
And I'm like,
all.
did that 11 years ago. So it's one of those things where it's like I can relate,
Like,
but
there's no attachment
in
situation.
a different way because
No
they're
attachment
currently
things
in
going
it,
on in this. It's
and
just
a lot of the stuff that they're going
okay.
through.
You
I'm
guys
like,
are going to
they're
walking
going
together
through it badly because I'm like,
maybe
I even didn't
blah blah
do
blah
it
this and that. Like,
like
there's no
in-
reason.
in that
Look how
fashion.
stupid y'all are.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. I'm like, that's not a good way to go about it, but everybody else would be like, oh man, that sucks. And I'm like, no, that was a dumb decision. So I'm like kind of half dad, but then also kind of half friend. It's weird. Like, so I get that there can be a clash in age difference, but it depends on the maturity level of the two people involved. Because it's like you could have a silly youthful guy and a mature woman, or you could have a older silly woman and a mature young guy. Like it's
Someone needs to sleep.
I'm
Not
all
that
like,
I feel like that's like a technical way of looking at it. You get along with who you get along with. I get along with when I worked at FedEx. There's people that were younger than me that I really got along with. Just because you're gonna be friends with who you're gonna be friends with. That like the relationship happens regardless. You find something in common, or you can talk to the person, and then hell, I know people my age that I can't talk to.
Yes,
it's click or you don't.
yes.
That's basically it.
I
And
completely agree with that.
I avoid talking to people that are that just don't ever really have anything to say. So you just, there's no conversation. There's no point in trying to talk. Like we always make the joke that we're way older than Kiki. We're like the
We
boomers.
are
Yeah, but
physically.
we get but we get along with her because
Yeah.
there's a conversation. You can talk to her. She can talk to us. It's not. It's not like it's a strained or a forced thing, and you'll be able to tell that within like the first 5-10 minutes of the conversation. You'll be like, like I really just do not want to talk to this guy. Or you see how they behave, and you're like, that's not the person that I want to interact with.
I felt this weird clash, like a few. It's probably been longer than that. A long time ago. Like a friend from high school was getting married, and I was like, man, I haven't seen him in like 7 years or something like that. So I was like, yeah, get him a present and all that kind of stuff. And then like the after party, they all went to this like sports bar, and I'm like, I've never been to a sports bar. I don't follow sports. There's a bunch of people from his work and people that he knows out, like his current friends and stuff like that. And I'm like, we knew each other in high school, so I don't know if like we're still like cool like that. I don't know what to talk to him about. So I'm like, it's kind of eh. And then we went there. I tried to talk to a few people, and there was zero chemistry or like anything in common, and like they're all sports, golf, kids, insurance.
That's
like
the worst.
Like
kids?
It's just like it's
golf.
I'm like, y'all play any video game? Like, oh, my son does. And I'm like, okay, it was nice meeting you. Like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Is your kid here? I'll just go chat with him. Like it's
yeah. But it's it is what it is.
It's like everybody in the room was like that, and that's why everybody was having a good time. And then me and Rachel are like, "You want to go?" She's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Okay, let's go." Because I'm like,
but that's the general vibe of what it's like when you're in high school. The jocks will hang out with the jocks. The nerds will hang out with the nerds.
Yeah.
The cheerleaders will hang out with the cheerleaders because that's what they have in common. And like even now, I get along with. It's not so much what their interests are. For me, it's more like the type of the person because I talk to people that do all sorts of different things. But it's when you get along with the person, you always find something to talk about or something in common. But I know people that are all over the place with interests, and like because it's the same with me. I'm all over. I like a whole bunch of different things, but if like a person is not willing to talk or try, it's just you're never gonna get along with that person. So there's no point in trying to like get into a conversation about stuff that you don't know anything about to talk to somebody that isn't gonna put in that same effort.
Yeah, I agree. When I was in Florida, I was there for school. And I was kind of worried that I was like, because I was 31, 32, and I was going to be like, oh man, I'm going to be surrounded by like 18, 19, 20-year-olds. And I'm going to be like the oldest guy there, and like, it's going to be so weird and awkward. And for the most part, it wasn't really. Like, everyone was super into anime, movies, and like video games and all that stuff. So it was kind of cool. And there were a couple of older people my age as well, or even older. So it was like, we ended up making like a good group out of it too. So it was cool to see, but it was also like the maturity levels were also like all over the place too. So it was very interesting to see from my perspective, especially like when I was 20, I was very immature. So I was like, oh, I see now like the difference and stuff like that. So I totally get it.
like there's a lady at my job that like it's weird because I am comparing myself to the other younger people, and I feel like there's this weird disconnect because it's like we're into the same things, but they're not into talking to me. So I'm like, fine, I'll just go watch the same show that you watch, but I'll just watch it by myself. So
yeah, but that's the thing that goes back to like you're gonna talk to who you're gonna talk to. It doesn't even if interests aligned, it's the type of person that you're gonna speak with because I mean, I ran into a bunch of different people that follow the same interests, but they're just a shitty person. You're not gonna be able to talk to them, no matter how much you have in common.
Yeah, and then there's a lady who's like, I believe the same age difference from me to the young people. She's that much older than me, and we click like we're both in our 20s. So it's, and like she's always going to movies, she's always like talking about all these different things. I think she might be a Trekkie. She's in the Pokemon. Like she's just full on
Yeah,
cool person. And it's weird because it's like I look at myself and I'm like, if I stay on the current path, I'm like, I'd be happy if I was like still into the things that I was into at the age, like just like forever. And
you made it this far. There's no reason why it can't keep going.
yeah, and I'm like, it's weird because it's like I could be some of the people at work's dad, and then she could be my mom. So basically, she's like grandma compared to the other people who are there. And I'm like,
is this the person that brought you the soup or you said somebody brought you food one time?
I don't think. I'd have to know what food it was.
I don't think it was like a soup. It was a cuisine from her country or something like that.
No, that was at a different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nah, she was just a nice lady. But yeah, she's like really like she goes to concerts and movies and all that kind of stuff all the time, and like she's telling me about like all this new tech, and I'm like, I'm the person who introduces people to tech, or at least I used to be, and now I'm like.
That's like change, old man.
Yeah, that's like flip situations. People are like, "Oh, you heard about this new thing?" And I'm like, "No, what's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." like I'm like a dad, and I'm just like, it feels weird, like aging and like not.
I'm embracing it. I'm leaning into it, man. I buy my clothes at Costco. I just don't care, man. I'm embracing it. I don't have to care anymore. There's no like, oh man, I gotta look fly. I gotta try to find like, nope. I don't give a damn. I am just one less thing I have to think about.
As long as it makes you happy, then I don't really care what other people think.
Hell yeah, man, because the clothes at Costco is cheap and it's good. and if I don't like it, I can return it. But like, this didn't fit me. Yeah, I guess.
And it's like even compared to like the situation that we have in that story, it's like the two people that are involved in like how they relate to and communicate with each other, like if you click, you click.
Yeah.
Then the outside view of it, that's when you get into the whole numbers and what could be what, and it's like at 7 years, I don't see any issue with that.
I don't know. Leonardo DiCaprio is still out there trying to date 25-year-olds, so.
Yeah, and it's just like that, where it's like,
I'm sorry, no older than 25 years old. 25-year-old is the cutoff for him. Yeah. So.
I just have a statistic. I've reached 600 listeners and downloads in 5 months. Exactly. Congratulations!
At
That's
that
amazing.
Relationship from the outside, it's like. Age, you just see age, and it's like, oh, he could be her dad and all that other kind of stuff, and it's like, it's I don't know. It's like once it gets to a certain difference, then it kind of gets weird.
Look, if they're okay with being with the man that old, just because it's Leonardo DiCaprio, then who cares?
Well. He also has the money and all that stuff, so
yeah. When it gets to like the celebrities and stuff like that, it's weird.
What was it? Like, Anna Nicole Smith that married the oil tycoon that was like 80 years old and she was 21.
And it's weird because like once it gets like to that difference, you're like, it's just
like everybody makes their own decisions. Everybody makes their own decision. It's not illegal. They're not hurting anybody. If that's what they're gonna do. I mean, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't know. The whole entire age thing is like, it's stupid because, like you said, it's my IRL friend group consists of literally me and my friend who are the oldest at 28, and then
Oh, look at this one, still bragging about being in her 20s.
and then our other friend who's 26, and then you have a 21-year-old, and then you have like the baby of the group who's like 19 or 20. And so, and like we just all we all like mesh well with each other. We all get along with each other even though we're like spread out.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just click.
And it's the same thing with online friends. Shoot, I'm friends with freaking people. Like, I've been online for 8 years, and there's some of these people I've been friends with for 8 years, and I've met them back when they were like still in grade school.
I was really hoping you would have gone with. Look who I'm friends with. I'm friends with you, old farts, and that's what I was hoping you would have said.
I mean, if you want me to be like that, I mean, you guys are my like out of age wise
Don't say
the
it.
oldest people that I do hang out with, but we hang out on a daily basis, and I enjoy having you guys as my
Yes.
friends.
And the retirement home.
You're not in a retirement
Like-
home.
It's like, and they give out good candy
No.
at the retirement home.
We're in Minecraft. This is the only time they let us out of our rooms.
Good candy. Don't they ever give out like that butterscotch junk?
And whether
What?
Junk?
You don't like Werther's Originals?
How dare you?
What?
What are the original? That's not butterscotch. Isn't that
That's
caramel?
butterscotch. That's
Yeah,
butterscotch.
they do both.
Well, I don't like the butterscotch. I like the caramel one though.
Oh, the butterscotch was the
opposite.
best. It was like the butterscotch and then the watermelon candy that doesn't have a name, but it's just in the wrapper.
Yes, I remember that one. Yes.
I don't
It was
remember what
dope.
it's called, but I
Because
do.
because it never had a name. It just existed, and it was in every candy bowl throughout the United States. It just existed.
Oh!
Never had a name.
Oh, that reminds me. I don't know. I know it was my generation, but did you guys ever had that like zebra stripe bubblegum?
Oh yeah. That was
It's going out of business.
what?
Yes. They
That was the
just
only gum to
announced
chew.
that like a few weeks ago. I was like, no, my childhood. I remember that gum.
We had
What
that
y'all
gum,
talking about?
and then we had the.
I do have
the
international
candy cigarettes. That was also gum.
friends.
Oh, yeah, I remember those.
What
Big
about
Yeah.
the gum that was like in like a container, and you would open it, and then you would take out a piece and close the lid, and it would cut it, and
Oh, it
was
was
like,
in
Yeah.
a circle. It was in the little
Yeah.
Bubble tape?
Yeah,
bubble
yeah,
tape.
yeah. Bubble tape.
yeah,
Big League Chew.
Yeah,
yes,
big league
kind of like
chew.
that.
I don't think I care
Oh,
for the big
man.
lead stuff. I do remember it though.
Yeah, I remember it, and I don't think I knew that it was supposed to be tobacco for like
Yeah,
years.
it was dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we also had candy cigarettes, so everything was very much.
It was
You
just like,
know, we were messing
candy.
around with that too and everything.
look at me, I'm so cool.
Or like pixie
Mhm.
sticks or whatever it was, the
Oh yeah,
pixie whatever
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
we had the fun dip.
The dipping
Fun
thing.
dip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fun dip. Oh man.
I knew a guy that snorted that in middle school.
I don't think that's what you were supposed to do with it.
It's absolutely not. He just kept yelling his brain was on fire.
It probably was.
Oh, what happened to that guy?
Oh man.
I
His
could
brain is probably
believe
still
it.
on fire.
Mhm.
Probably.
Man.
May it burn bright in the night.
I just
Anyways,
remember warheads and yeah.
Yeah.
and
yo,
Taco,
try to get-
before I get off, I need your opinion about where I should cut off the wall
It's 8
at.
o'clock.
Okay. Let me use these brand new elevators to go upstairs. I still need to change them.
It is 8 o'clock.
Up.
I think I will also be getting off because it is that time of night.
This is down.
Yeah, the do be almost 8.
Okay.
Well, Kiki, I hope you find a boat and/or it doesn't flood.
It probably won't be too bad. But I will start building another pirate boat. You know, might as well. I've already built how many? 3 of them? 1, 2, multiple attempts on different servers. You know, at this point, I think I'm probably just pretty good at building boats.
At the very least, get some pool noodles.
Do not eat when you're going up the elevator.
Do you drown?
You will slam your hand into the ceiling and shove the food down your throat.
Come on, Taco!
I'm on my way.
Yeah, see, now you know how I felt when I had to run all the way over here for you just to figure out your
You
own
didn't
situation.
shove a whole fish down your throat.
No, but I
Whoa.
jumped off a wall
Oh.
and broke my legs.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Have a good
Nice,
night.
Signature.
It was fun playing with you guys.
Yes, it
All
was.
you young whippersnappers. Have a good night.
You too.
Have a good night.
I'm now fancy. I only buy my food. I don't make food no more. I just buy it.
Oh.
Okay,
Kiki parkouring over here.
I really am. Okay, so we go all over here and all over here, and then all the way over here, and we get up on here. Take the bamboo up here. Then I jump in bed because I'm tired from that long run.
Whew.
Yep, and then I come over here. Then I wait for you to get up here. Or I guess you could.
Wait, what? Oh, up there?
Yeah,
How do I get in?
bamboo right there.
This is too high. Okay.
Okay, so if we go all the way down, as you can see, these are all where the pillars are gonna be. Pillar. Okay, we get here. This would be technically a corner pillar right here. This would be the door, and it would go this way. The thing is, if you parkour along these trees and then jump off like right here to get down.
And be in the middle of the dark forest.
Oh no, I mean I'm gonna go through this forest
Well,
anyway.
no, I'm just saying I'm concerned now.
Come across this random house right here.
Yes.
This one house. And so my thing is, do I just get rid of this one house to keep the wall going down, or do I extend it out another whole wall piece?
So, in my mind, when I was thinking about where the I can't think. Can we see sunlight more? Okay. Do I have dirt? I do have dirt. Okay. So what I was thinking.
I wish I could. I would have demolished the house and just built the wall straight through it, but it's not my
these
world and it's
paths,
Taco.
Like, I don't know what to do about the past, but what I was thinking is it would actually turn about here. And
Yes. See, I thought about doing it right here, but there are so many houses down there that I didn't know if it was worth going this way to turn to go that way to turn to come back.
Yeah. So, because if it goes around, are we going to keep these trees here?
I mean, we can probably make it look nicer. But I figured probably make it look nicer and actually like light it up.
And I was like, if we were gonna keep the trees here, we gotta light it up because that's where the zombies come from.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking is we would turn at that one thing and then go however many sections would measure out, and then turn left again and then go around this house.
Okay, so would you rather me come this way and then turn or leave this open?
So basically, the main issue that we have is zombies coming. What are you? Zombies coming out of the woods, basically. So I would say to turn there and then kind of like wall this off from the woods and then kind of go around this house. And then where I would say it would end would be like where the rail, probably not where the railway is because there's so much space between here and the railway. But yeah, I think the railway's right there. Yeah, that would still be too much woods. So I was thinking maybe like after you go around that house, then like wherever it lines up here, that doesn't cut off those houses, and then we would like make our way back up towards the warehouse.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Yep. Okay, well, let me go and get rid of what I don't need to move it back. And then I'll get off after that.
I know,
Okay, so
keep doing this stuff.
the peasants will support you. I know the villagers will support me. The person ruling me is Taco. That's the only
Like,
thing.
there's like 5 blocks in between these houses. Let me put a house in between the houses. What's up, fellas? How's it hanging? Whoop.
Oh, that's not
I
what
did
I
not
did.
fall in the pond. Y'all didn't see that. Anybody got a towel?
Hey, I forgot to say you're amazing. You're amazing too, Willa. Thank you for the compliment. But yep, I'm just going to break all of this and call it there.
Eat the fish.
So that time so when we come on next week, we'll know.
I had to eat
where
this
we need
fish
to
like
be.
12 times for it to actually stay down.
A laggy world.
Man. Earlier, I was eating stuff like normal. It was fine. Just like, take a bite, it stays bitten. I like those questions. I like the questions. That one guy. I don't like this question anymore. I'm gonna take.
Whoops. Okay, well, didn't mean to break that.
Like that.
Alright, there we go. Grab all of my resources, because I'm not wasting any of this, because it's going to be put to use somewhere else. Okay, and this. You too. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yes, you are. And there's no combating that. That is true. Nobody can combat the truth of how amazing and great that you guys are.
Oh, I can start setting up the next
Never forget that.
task.
Because you're all one of a kind.
This tunnel.
We didn't know how hard it would be every night. I lost and drifted, chasing down
So,
these faded
this
memories, jealous
needs
of
to
the
be
way
bottom.
That's
the
a growing itch.
way it was before. Love is nothing more. Okay, well. That's who to be on for today, you guys. Ooh, I got extra stuff in my inventory. No, no. Fine. Yep. I get to get off. I need to go actually make snacks for work tomorrow. Go make my snacky snack for my worky week. Okay, you two. I am off.
Sounds good. I think I'm about to head off as well.
Eat games for fun. Thank you for playing.
Yes.
Baby. Hehehe. And chasing all these faded memories, jealous of the way you had me, dreaming of the way it was before. Love is nothing more fine. But okay, fine. I agree. You have to agree. It's hashtag the wrong. Thank you for being on today. You are welcome. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the Am I the Butthole questions. I'm not gonna lie, I very much enjoy finding them on TikTok and being able to read them out with you guys on when Signature is here. Yep, I very much enjoy that. So thank you. Woo. Let's see. Who is alive? Ba-da-dum-ba-dum-bum. Home safety hotline. What is home safety hotline? Let's go see what old Bumble's doing today. I'm gonna send you guys his way. Bumble always finds like the craziest games to play. Rechanneled. Oh, the Bumble. Yeah. But yep, as always, I appreciate you guys and I love you all. And I hope everybody has a great day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world. On top of that, I hope you all had an amazing weekend. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow.